Hello again, and I'm back, and this time I am making some pretty hair clips. So I've only made a few. As you can see, some of the moulds are empty, and the ones I'm starting on now, I'm just doming these because when I took them out of the mould they were a bit too thin, so I just decided to add some more resin to them. So you can see it sort of moving around, but it's very careful to do that so you don't push it over the edge. But yeah, so we're just going to quickly do those, and then the ones that are already in the mold are dry, and I'm just going to add some resin to them just to finish them off, because the pieces that I placed in there are not so much sticking up, but I want them, you know, to be a bit more flatter than they actually are. And then you're actually going to see me make another two to match the two that are not in the mould that I just previously domed. So that's what I'm doing in this video. And yeah, I mean, even though there's going to be two of each, they don't, I mean, they go together, but they're not an exact match. And as I only have the moulds in front of me, I have to do the two hair clips separately. And you will see me finishing off, so you'll see the actual finished product at the end of this video. But obviously for me it's going to take a good couple of days, because I've got to make the remaining hair clips and wait for these ones that I'm making now to dry properly. But I thought we'll get ahead and start making some new bits for my website for when eventually we're into spring and summer. And yes, I'm really jumping ahead with that, but these are just so pretty. So you can see I'm just gently easing the resin round, putting drops in at a time, because I don't want to overspill any of the mould, so we get a nice smooth finish. But I do have a deburring tool for any sharp edges, and I do smooth off all of the edges using a nail buffer, believe it or not. It's a perfect thing to do. It smooths it perfectly, and it doesn't scratch the resin as much as a file would. So just adding a few extra drops there, and then the remaining resin will go in these two moulds, so you can see me make the hair clips. So that's only a thin layer in there, because again I'm going to top them with another bit. But I'm coming in there and I'm putting some cute little neon flowers, and these are actually from Charlie's Nail Art. So I may not do my nails anymore, but the items that I've got left over from Charlie's Nail Art are perfect for resin. And we're just going to use a cocktail stick and just spread them around and push them a little bit under that thin layer of resin. And like that. Just make sure we haven't got clumps of flowers together. And then in the other one I'm coming in with some neon stars, and again do the same, but this time be super careful, because I don't want to get any stars in any of the other resin. So just put them in very carefully, and again with the cocktail stick I will just maneuver them around and take that one out of that one, see what I mean? And just spread them around and push them under, and then once it's all dry I will top those with some other resin. And all that leaves me to do now is just spritz with my isopropyl alcohol, wait for that to dry, and then go over with my clicky lighter to pop any bubbles. but when I come back I will be making the hair clips so you can see finished product. Okay, so we're here with the final part, actually putting these hair clips together. So I've got the metal clips there that came with the moulds, and I've bought extras as well from AliExpress, and I'm using this all-purpose glue. I got it from my local pound shop, and it sticks metals and plastics and multiple other items, and it works perfect for these. And I even use it if I don't put the when I make the mobile phone grip holders, if I don't lay the pop part in, like the grip part in the resin to dry with the resin, and I stick it with this glue and it works fine. So I'm just applying a thin layer to each clip and then carefully placing them onto the back of the resin part, and you get enough slide to get it in place. They don't move once you've got them in place, as long as you let them dry. I leave these to dry for 24 hours, so I know that glue is perfectly dry, but I am doing this on a heat mat, so that heat will speed up that process. So yeah, so we just finished doing those. I have the gold straight clips for the smaller ones, and I don't video myself doing it on all of them because you can see I just dot the glue. It's very stringy, and then just place them on and slide them into position. It's a bit tricky with my nails. And so there, I've done the rest of those off camera, and then I have different, you can see there, clips for the bigger ones. So we just dot that around, making sure we've got enough glue for the whole of the clip to stick to the back of the resin piece. And yeah, just like that. These will be available soon on my website. They'll be under the fashion, I can't remember what the actual page is called off the top of my head, but it's under the fashion part. I think it's fashion and jewellery. So that's where they'll be. They will be available sometime today, hopefully. So just finish those off. So I had fun making these, and they are super pretty in person. So there we go, all done, and just to show you the clip, ta-da! So yeah, so thanks for watching.